Capcom Cup. Makes it in anyway, so that means we have a great idea about who will be in Capcom Cup now. It's just that LCQ, as we mentioned. So we jump into this. Karen!
Oh boy, the main chicken.
Yeah, the main chicken. We haven't seen too much Karen from Punk.
Not in this top 8, that's right. Cool.
MYWALLET's NuckleDu. Obviously, in winner side, Punk in loser side, so he's got to reset here.
Got him on the landing frames, I guess.
Yeah, on the other side of the splash. Not easy to do to walk under that splash. It's got a pretty big hitbox. Tough to hit.
It really shrinks down his hurt box, if anything. It just completely changes the character, I feel like. It goes half size.
He gets skinny. He's tall and thin. Flies like a bird. Oh, I like that sweep because it's pretty often that NuckleDu swings with like a fierce after that. To try to catch you sticking out a button that's going to miss. And yeah, I like this character choice for NuckleDu as well. I think G really enables him to play against a character like this on the ground. Oh, no picture for him.
And that's been the story all day for Punk, really. There was a couple of times he got damage off the table, or on the table, left over.
That's a scary hit. Into the corner already. Guess here, Punk has critical art. Oh, the walk back afterwards, too. And that's the dangerous part about this character. Everything is fine and dandy until you hear the V-trigger activated, and you're like, now hold up.
It has to be called G-trigger at this point. Only
Yeah.
when he's on the screen. There it is, the confirm. Oh,
Whoa.
that was a long one, too.
Yeah. And then the miss after from Punk, he just got standing medium kick instead of EX Tenko whip punish. A little too far for the V skill.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, the buffer normal crouch jab just in case Punk throws out a heavier normal, which he did. Pulls the stun, nice block.
Yeah, but so far away he didn't want to challenge afterwards. NuckleDu got caught jumping there. Gonna be the knockdown. Dash
Not one
up.
for the side switch.
No, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I guess he just wanted to use the Rekka instead of the meter. Confirm again. Oh, NuckleDu missed it.
No.
Last time he was a little early, this time a little late.
No follow back to the tempo.
Oh,
EX smash!
Just wake up EX Smash for the first game here. Oh, man. Who did it? Oh, they're going to go desync, it looks like. Man, that was a wake up EX Smash out of nowhere. Just explosion fireworks. That's what that character always does. See Punk scratching his head.
There was that mishap where he got the double crouch jab into Tenko and just let it fly afterwards. Most of the time you get a good amount of damage. He did have enough bar to possibly bring it close to killing G, but now we'll never know.
Looks like Punk is waving someone down. He's like, man, what am I supposed to do here?
He's trying to figure out the situation, man. I mean, like, bringing out the Karen, falling short against G.
NuckleDu's face. He's like, "What's you all right over there, man? Was it GG's? Was it not GG's?" the frown on his face. Oh man, that is a good frown.
They're trying to reassess the situation here. They're going to take a quick breather while they readjust themselves for the upcoming match.
He's like, it's what?
So at this point, it's just for fun. When it comes to NuckleDu and Punk, because again, they're both qualified, highly up there in the leaderboards. And as for the prize of this, they're big chunk, essentially.
Yeah.
I think NuckleDu at this point is just trying to secure college tuition at this point.
And also, I mean, at this point, it's just about the prizing, right?
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like, okay, well, who's going to get the extra money from this tournament? I mean, both of them, lots of prize money, you know, throughout the season. But this is just that extra little bit. It's premier prize money at the very end of the year. So it's a nice little chunk of change to maybe take home on top of any other winnings they've had this weekend. Like, NuckleDu already went home with 10K from the tournament earlier, so.
Yeah, I don't even know what the spread is for this part of the tournament, actually. But
It's
you can find out for yourselves over at CapcomProTour.com, Steve.
Yeah, I was going to say it, but maybe you should just go look. Yeah.
You should.
Same as the normal Premier event, so if you look up the pricing for that, you'll find it. And that'll be the breakdown of everything that we've had so far. Obviously, there's a big one over at Capcom Cup as well. That'll be a big check.
Huge.
A wumbo check. They'll bring it out and hand it to you. I feel like that is the coolest thing in the world to get. I was saying earlier that there's a lot of cool trophies and stuff, but a big check is one of those things you, like, when you get handed the big check, you're always cheesing. You're like, yeah. No one gets a big check, and it's like, shucks.
Do they get to actually keep the big check?
Never.
I would hope so. Really?
Almost never.
They can't just actually take it with them? You can't be like Happy Gilmore and just stack a bunch of them in their car to buy their house back?
I guess you could. Yeah, that would be great. Can you imagine trying to get that on a plane, though?
Oh, boy.
You have to spend...
That's definitely not a carry-on item.
No. Man, I had this lady yelled at me about my carry-on the way here. I've been flying with this thing for 2.5 years, and she's like, sir, can you put that in there and check it? And I was like, no.
I cannot.
It fits.
Sorry.
It's not a giant check. It fit in the thing. And then she was like, you can go on. I was like, what? Why are you so mean?
I feel like you can convince anybody to do anything at this point with the way you speak. So, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I definitely wouldn't doubt it. What if you just fold up that giant check and put it in your pocket?
Yeah, and they were just like, it's fine. Yeah, it fit in the little dimensions of the thingy. And she's like, you have to check it. And I was like, look at the dimensions, though. It works. You know, those are the rules. Those are your rules. You printed them, not me. You can't tell me the rules.
My supervisor.
Yeah, let me call your supervisor. I'm like, what? No, I didn't care. If they were going to check it, they were going to check it. But yeah, it's just funny how that
It would have been gone, by the way. As soon as it hit the conveyor belt, as it gets checked in, it would have been whoop.
They would have command thrown it out of the room.
They would have crossed it out at the top and paid in the order of someone else.
Yeah, that's
Johnny
true.
Donuts.
They would not have let me get that check back. Every time I'm on the plane and I watch people load the luggage and they just fling it in there, I'm like, oh, there's everybody's arcade sticks and all the monitors they have in their bags and everything.
I've seen that happen. There was this lady carrying wine in her luggage and it just absolutely shattered and started leaking. And I was just like, oh boy. And as I walked over to baggage claim, lo and behold, that lady was complaining.
Yeah. I've seen like the tweets before. You always see it, like the pre-tournament tweets. That's like, my monitor got broken during like travel or something like that.
Oh, no, I can't laugh at that. That's a nightmare.
Yeah, or the PS4 stops working, the games can't stop working. It's a tough time, man. You gotta travel with the setup. That's how it goes.
One thing about it, though, about traveling as a competitor is that as more and more travel the country with their fight sticks, TSA kind of gets used to it at this point. They're like, oh, I know what that is. I know exactly where you're going, and I'm going to watch you guys in a bit.
Yeah, there's a guy that every time I run into him at the airport, he's like, oh, where are you going this weekend? You going to NCR? You going to this? I'm like, yeah, what up, man? I'm going somewhere. It's always like that, which is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool that they actually know the name of the events afterwards. Like, oh, yeah, there's a big one going on at so-and-so. And they actually follow. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that is one thing that's interesting about fighting games such a global thing that we see here. We saw in the Open premiere today, top 4 was 4 different countries as well, which is really cool. And Capcom Cup, if you haven't looked up who's already qualified, the standings are now final. If you go to CapcomProTour.com/standings, they updated the global standings so you guys can see who's there. And, you know, with how quick they've been, I wouldn't be surprised if they already updated, like, Smug making it in and everything because the standings for that have been updated super fast. And they're usually really quick about everything, like the standings and also the VODs. Like if you go to the YouTube for Capcom Fighters or anything, it's usually there like instantly. So you can always find all the matches if you missed anything from earlier. You want to queue up some of the top 8 matches that you didn't see this weekend or anything from the open bracket event that was yesterday as well.
Yeah, and if you guys also wanted to check out Street Fighter for yourselves, it's actually free to play this weekend up until, I think, tonight. And you have up to the Season 2 characters available in the roster. So you guys definitely want to check that out. I was checking out the Reddit on Street Fighter RSF. There's a lot of people actually picked it up and having a great time with it alongside watching some of these matches. Because again, when we entered this weekend, we didn't know what would happen. Every single bracket had top 8 potential written all over it. It was a bloodbath through and through, and the quality of matches have just been more than stellar. Yeah, I mean, it's a good preview into what we expect from Capcom Cup, I think, right? With that tournament a month away, a lot of people came here to practice or try things out and try to get some extra prize money and points at the very end of the CPT season. You know, it's been a full year of CPT events, a bajillion events approximately, where people have been traveling all over the world to try to gain CPT points and stuff. So we finally made it. This is the last event before CPT, which is so crazy to think that this is the final event before Capcom Cup. I feel like it's only been like a couple of months, man. As soon as March hit, I took a nap and I gotta go to where? I gotta go to Vegas?
I
gotta commentate this? Oh, okay, well, and here we are, man. And again, that final dance is gonna be happening over at the Novo in Los Angeles, sunny Southern California, across the street from Staples Center. You guys want to book your flights, book your travel plans now because it is gonna be an insane weekend. Full of traffic, I guarantee you. Yeah. 100%. It's deep in LA. There'll be plenty of traffic. Yeah, plenty of traffic the whole time. You may think LAX is located in Los Angeles. It must be close to where the venue is. No, you'll be traveling for a long time. You'll pay that $50 Uber or whatever it is to get there. You got to take the shuttle first, Steve. You can't count that out. You got to wait an extra 30 to 45 minutes. These are the insider tech for those of you in the chat. If you ever travel to LAX, be prepared to spend a lot of time at the airport, no matter what time of day. It's the worst, yeah. But, you know, we've had some technical difficulties down there we've been waiting for. Fortunately, while we were up here chatting it up, James had a chance to sit down with an interview for 801 Striders. So let's check that out while we wait for all these difficulties to get sorted out on the stream.
So, Gustavo, this is going to be now your 3rd Capcom Cup. So how does that feel knowing that you're in there and knowing that this is your 3rd time to represent at Capcom Cup?
This would be the 3rd time where I show that if I actually take the game seriously and I travel, I make it.
I remember we talked early on in Street Fighter V. You kind of had a character crisis.
Yes.
How much does it help that you found G?
let me tell you this. He is designed to play how I want to play the game, right? I don't have to adjust to the character. It's already there. Like, everything I want to do, the character does, and does it very efficiently.
What to you would be a success for Capcom Cup?
This is the most confident I've felt in the game in a long time, and that's mainly due to just preparation. I know I'm properly prepared, and on top of that, like, my character. I just love G.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you, and good luck.
Nice to hear from Strider a little bit. You know, he's playing in both of the top 8s today and talking about his character selection and everything. It's interesting to hear from him all the time because he's one of those players that when you talk to him, he's like, you know, it takes me a while to figure out what I'm supposed to do in this game and like who I'm supposed to do it with. And that's one thing that's interesting. He's not one of those players that's like, yeah, in 5 minutes I know who I'm going to main and I know how to, you know, play the game and like all this stuff. He's definitely someone who I think if you're, you know, one of those people getting into the game now, he's like self-admitted it took him like years before he felt like he was good at Street Fighter when he was first learning back at Street Fighter 4. And now it's like the same kind of thing. He's like, yeah, you know, once I dig in there and really like prepare and practice, you know, I feel like I can do well, but it takes some time. So we jump back into our grand final set here.
We go back into it. NuckleDu versus Punk.
Yeah, we saw that first game. Not go so well. Uh-oh. What's happening here?
Now they're waiting for the ultimate footsie battle, Steve. This is the plan. They're going to wait until the time goes down to 5 seconds, and that's when they're going to initiate all the normals.
No, obviously there's something. There's a...
You just shot me down just like that.
No.
Huh? Not even going to give me any leeway for that? All right, I understand. Talk to me about it, Steve.
Punk seems upset. I see that he's shaking his head a lot. He said, man, it's so crazy. What am I supposed to do? His head shaking.
There might be a significant issue regarding the input of his controller, possibly. Maybe how he's sitting.
His head has not stopped shaking for the last like 45 seconds. So it's clearly like, you know, there's something.
And for those of you that saw earlier in the stage, or early in the game, it's at 0-0. Don't be fooled. NuckleDu is going to get that win for the first time earlier.
Yeah.
That part of the match definitely counted. So he's still in the lead, in the winner's side of things, for those of you just tuning in. He's the one that put Punk into losers initially, getting that win 3-1 over his Chun, Li, and G.
Yeah, they're chatting about it on the stage, it seems like. NuckleDu earlier was laughing about whatever the issue was, so maybe it's not, it's like a one-sided thing. Who knows whatever the frustration point is for Punk.
At this point, it's very difficult to tell, right? But
And he did the whole speech. He was building meter. Yeah, he did the whole speech. Yeah, I can tell by the animation of it.
Oh, and he like walks around and he just does.
And then he points up at the end.
Does that I can't remember if that taunt hits people like that.
Is it one of those things that...
It's actually him being in neutral.
His idle animation?
Yeah, his idle animation.
That makes sense. There's a few idle animations like that just smoke you.
I'm probably wrong.
I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest. I remember when he came out, he has one thing that does like a ton of damage. I don't know what it is. It's either the full speech or the taunt or something. Something that'll never land.
Yeah. It does like a gang of damage too. And it's really interesting to see how those interactions happen. I know Akuma has one of those things as well with his idle animation, where he's like moving around.
Oh, he does the flex. Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it the flex? Dang.
Or he does like the weird like, at the end. Yeah.
And then...
I mean, his taunt, he punches the ground and it's a hit.
Yeah, that's also one of them. And then Birdie has the disgusting flick.
Yes.
It's kind of gross. And it's a projectile.
That's gross.
I wonder if it's like...
For some reason...
counter hit, you could do like critical art.
Yeah, just link it after. For some reason, it was bad, and then you said it's a projectile, and that made it seem way more disgusting to me.
Yeah, he flicks it right at you.
Ugh.
Goes, hey! And then just flies full speed. You can't even see it.
Yeah. That's nasty, man.
Yeah, it's
just
pretty
wiping it on people.
That's close.
That's a physical strike. Yeah.
I guess we count that. Kind of going back to that interview with Gustavo, it's really impressive to see not only how he learns the game, like relearns the game, relearns the characters, just his understanding of how to learn the new characters is actually quite impressive, because when you think about it, when he grew up in Street Fighter 4, like his lifespan of him trying to bring up the community with him, it was like he was the lone soldier towards the end. Like, he was trying to bring up his community and teach everybody these matchups, but at the end, he was the only one that survived. Him and Peru, right?
Yeah, he's an interesting example of someone who's not like, you know, there's a lot of fighting game players who have been playing a long time and then they just are used to it. And then he's an interesting example of somebody who needs to put in a lot of time and effort. As we jump back in to our grand finals here. It's 1-0 NuckleDu.
That is correct. Sponsored by his own wallet.
Yeah. It's good people to rely on as long as the wallet is nice and thick.
Yeah, the most consistent team, honestly. Here we go into this corner. Yeah, he wants to keep him contained. Willing to spend the V reversal early.
Yeah, finds the hit. This should be Dizzy. Spends it to get the kill.
Builds himself another bar with the 2 Mujin Kaku.
All right.
Reset.
And the back throw for the stun. So whatever the issue is, seems to be sorted out quite fine as Punk plays that round pretty convincingly.
All a ploy. He was trying to ice it.
Ah, I see.
Ah, nice pun there. Nice work, Steve.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I apologize. Punk already looking to put NuckleDu into the corner once again, but NuckleDu jumping out to safety. That was the same side?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's a surprising jump angle. This character is a little weird when he jumps like that too, and his splash is great for dealing with situations like that.
Oh, running into that roundhouse is a scary thing. Double hitter. Big jump in there. Jumping roundhouse for that matter. Again, this time it's a cross-up on the splash with the damage and the corner carry.
Catches him moving there after the medium punch, and this is a big lead. Anti-air, wow. Went the other way, so this is going to be V-trigger. All right, corner position. NuckleDu obviously doesn't want to hit anything, get counter hit. Oh, and the jab finally brought it out, gets the counter hit at the end. Scary spot to be. I mean, cornered by Karen, full meter. She can kill you in one touch.
You might see one touch into EX as well. And again, oh, okay. Just past the fireball. Nice use of meter there right off the bat from Punk. And again, another one firing from NuckleDu off the Fierce.
Yeah, that is something that he does quite a bit. No whiff punish there from Punk. And
I'm surprised he didn't go to the Orochi because that was after Fierce, right? So he did have time to go to Orochi, maybe get a trade combo.
missed the stun, but he gets the reset anyway and the level. EX gonna try to get this last little bit, and that'll do it.
Oh my god.
2-0 for NuckleDu here as he goes up. Feeling pretty solid.
I tried to turn over to see Punk's position. Oh, there it is. Cool.
Looking
Man,
positively
that was a gang of
pleased.
damage.
Staying out in this neutral, this is one of those matchups that's interesting to watch, simply because Karen can't really do the same kind of whip punishing she wants to do on the ground against most characters. It's tough. Especially just buffered far light kick and yeah, the jabs.
Oh, forward throw in the corner. Fierce keeping check. Just wants to try to jump out of there. The activation. No, a little bit too far out. Didn't get the rest of that EX Tenko. You can link that. Just very difficult. Okay.
Gets counter hit, so he loses the level by getting hit by the Reckon and the knockdown.
Dashing out of there. Nice target combo to catch in the air. Doesn't want to fall victim to the splash anymore.
Low smash, fireball, jump, faking out the V skill in the air.
Oh, crouch Fierce, other side, back throw, keep him in this corner. Wake up smash again with the reversal.
Beautiful check on the dash, and that's going to do it. Punk ready for it. Calling out those offensive, you know, kind of sequences that NuckleDu was trying to do. Dashing up, jumping. Really ready with that air-to-air target combo.
And I like NuckleDu trying to take advantage of that angle of jumping at Karen, right? Because without meter, she's very susceptible to that jumping. Doesn't have the best anti-air answer for those sequences.
Yeah, for the cross-up angle in particular, that's where it's a little tough. Regular jump, she has okay. Wow, that was really good. Cornered, front throw, safe choice from NuckleDu. Wow,
caught the grab! He got him on the recovery of the dash!
Man, he was back dashing and he still got grabbed. The jump in. Keeps it nice and simple. Baits the throw, the perfect.
Goodness. Putting himself at tournament point with critical art on deck.
Scary place to be. That standing heavy punch into the EX smash has been something he's opened up with a lot, and with this much meter, real dangerous. The buffer takes the level. Walk up the fireball there. V reversal doesn't work. Just gonna take this chip. Wow! Jump the command throw. He's jumping way before it too. Air to air.
Boy.
Calls it out. This is going to be close to stun. Next, it'll do it. Baits the throw.
Is he going to build enough meter for the double bar?
Yeah, he has both. EX.
Not enough to kill.
Wake up critical.
That had to be wake up smash. That had to be wake up smash.
I think he bet it all and just dashes up for the kill. Punk with all the right reads and really just kind of changed the way he was dealing with the approach options from NuckleDu there.
Had it been Wake Up Smash, he would have been able to go into V-Trigger, have himself a good time forcing Punk to block, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately.
Nah, bro. Sometimes you gotta wake up super. That's life.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I can't accept fate like that. Oh.
Raw smash. Knockdown mid-screen, and yeah, air flip out helped out Punk. Yeah, air flip out again. Going to that backdash a lot. That stand light kick buffer.
Oh. The roundhouse crush counter lands, does get himself a little bit more.
Yeah.
Damage with the V-skill. Activation from Punk.
Yeah, and the V-Trigger early because of the crush counters and V-skill is really nice to have for Karen. We should probably build another one or have access to V-reversals later. Slow and steady from NuckleDu now.
Nice whiff punish. And I get it because Punk didn't want to let it waste down to just one usage of that Wrecker Ken.
Yeah, very safe pressure again. NuckleDu doesn't want to go for anything like the command throw, anything risky.
That was so far.
Oh, double jab on wake up. Look at how much meter Punk has available.
And he opted not to go for the side switch. He wanted to save the meter and get the knockdown. But to what? To no avail. The medium kick.
Yeah, that was a scary position too because, you know, obviously if he gets hit by anything, critical art's available. And also, NuckleDu is about to build up critical art for Chip, which is very hard to avoid against G. Punish.
Oh. Build themselves the V-gauge off of the charge V-skill. 2 bars left. NuckleDu still sitting out full critical art.
Wow, dash up. Looks low. The block from NuckleDu. Oh, the punish! That was really, like, perfect spacing on the range. Gets the counter hit. Throw in the corner here, working on Dizzy almost.
Any normal sequence, yeah, does lead to stun. You already know Punk is taking this round, bringing it down to the wire, as well as building so much meter off of that sequence.
Yeah, she builds a lot of meter in general. That's just kind of what Karen does. So having 3 bars here, fantastic. Gives you that EX Tenko to punish any of these fireballs that are spaced out. Heavy kick.
Caught him jumping.
Oh, empty
Big
jump!
Punish from NuckleDu.
Yeah, into the corner already. V reversal, we've seen that a few times from Punk.
Ooh, caught him with the Orochi on the wake up of NuckleDu. Roundhouse connecting from Punk. No crush counter.
Yeah, just a little whip punish roundhouse. That doesn't actually lead to too much. Fireball out. Doesn't get EX Tenko that time. You see that stand light kick. Looking for it all day long is NuckleDu. He wants that one button into the corner. Scary fireball to throw. Heavy kick. That move has really worked out well. Wow, doesn't combo.
Big punish.
He's going to carry to the corner here. One guess for Punk. Goes for the EX again.
Pays off dividends. The big punish incoming from Punk.
Knockdown back throw. One guess here for both. The smash is available. Goes for the activation. Throw again. Not going to kill.
He gets close. It's fear of overhead. Check the leg. Is this going to be enough, Steve?
It's enough. The heavy kick. No. He went for the different combo, but the jab. NuckleDu is your North America Regional Final champion with that meaty afterwards. Looking fantastic on his way to Capcom Cup next month.
Shout out to his sponsor, the wallet. You hate to see it, Steve. You really do. Punk tried his hardest in that set, faltering 3-1 in a tough beat. A second time around against NuckleDu. Same results as how they fought in winners finals, but still a great showing nonetheless.
Showing off his wallet to the crowd, says, look, this is what got me this far. No team, no jersey, just a wallet and a dream. Nice work from NuckleDu Dang, who performed really